What is going on, guys? And welcome back to another video. I just finished up a workout, so I'm hot, I'm sweaty, I'm pumped up, I'm fired up to talk about today's topic, which is 6 crucial steps to UnF your life. Got to keep the video monetizable for the first 30 seconds. Now, before we get into it, if you are not a man, click off this video. This video is for MEN, and if you are not an MAN, this video is not for you. Things are going to get graphic. It's going to get real. It's going to get dirty, down, and grimy, talking about the problems that the modern man is going through. And honestly, ladies just shouldn't be watching this type of content. So, we're going to get into it here, starting things off strong with number one. One of the most crucial things you need to do in order to unfuck your life is to stop thinking with your dick, dude. Holy smokes, is this the one that drags every man down? It seems like every single fuck up almost in a man's life can be traced back to him lusting over a woman and not having his sexual desires in control. We do so many stupid things for the attention of women. We do so many things to get women to notice us. We do so many stupid things. We throw our morality, we throw our principles, we even throw our character out the window as soon as we are mesmerized by female beauty. This can't be you. You have to learn to stop thinking with your dick, all right? Modern dating is so fucked, guys. It's so fucked up. Let me break this down for you. Every single man and woman out there in the dating market that is practicing the modern dating rituals, which is you go out on a couple dates, you sleep with the other person, after a while you guys become a thing, and then eventually, once you guys are kind of exclusive, one person's usually cheating on the other because everybody is so fucked up nowadays, then they end up living together. And then they're living together, and guess what ends up happening? I don't really like you anymore that much. Like, I don't really get as hard as I used to for you anymore, you know? Or she says, you're just kind of lazy, to be honest with you. And you're getting kind of fat because you're getting sloppy and you're being around me all the time and you're letting your guard down and you're not the attractive man that I fell in love with. Or the man says, you're not the attractive woman I fell in love with. You're just not doing it anymore for me. But we're living together. We've already been having sex. Hell, we might even have kids together, but we're not going to stay together. No, that's ridiculous. You're not making me that happy anymore. My net ROI, return on investment, has now gone into the negatives. And so what are we going to do? We're going to separate. Does it sound like a similar situation to anything that you've heard of before? Oh, that's right. It sounds like marriage, doesn't it? It's almost like every person out there in the modern dating sphere has been married and divorced multiple times already. They haven't actually been married by the government, but they've gone through the entire process of falling in love with someone, sleeping with them, building a life with them, moving in with them, just to then get to a point where, things are a little bit rocky. You're not really doing it for me anymore. I kind of want to get some novel pussy, or I want to get some novel dick. And so I'm going to head to Jerry down the street. He stayed in shape. He's in better shape than you are. You know, you've been eating too much of the cake that I've been cooking. You've been having too much of the candy that I've been bringing home. You've gotten soft living with me, living with a woman. You're not doing it for me anymore. So let's break off. Marriage is supposed to be something that lasts a lifetime. It's supposed to be something that you commit to under God. Hey, I'm going to spend the rest of my life with you through thick and thin. We're not always going to be on the best terms. Life is going to be incredibly hard, but we have to stick it out. That's the whole point of marriage. And once you go through this cycle over and over and over again of getting together with someone, building a life with them, and then breaking it off, you think that all of a sudden that's just going to change once you meet that one person who you're ready to get married to? You have neural pathways that you have developed where once you get sick of someone, you just want to leave. You are literally creating a recipe for disaster in relationships for the rest of your life. And men get into these relationships because they can't control their sexual desire, because they're thinking with their dick. They're not actually using logic and reasoning and saying what is going to be the most beneficial relationship that's going to help me the most for the rest of my entire life. No. I want what feels good right now. Give me the hottest girl. I don't care how damaged she is. Give her to me. I'm going to go run around wasting all of my time that I should be putting towards my purpose and my mission and my goal in life, my God-given telos, and I'm just going to go try to get my dick wet. How fucked up is that, dude? Do you see why this is such a crucial factor? I really hope the women clicked off of this video early on, because if you have stayed throughout this entire thing, that's crazy. And the truth is, most men that get into relationships, they end up becoming soft. They lose their edge because they're constantly chasing that instant gratification. They're around the woman all of the time. They think, oh, I'm so lonely. A girl's going to solve all my problems. Dude, if I just wasn't horny, I wouldn't be lonely anymore, dude. Newsflash. People in relationships are some of the loneliest people I've ever met when they're in a bad relationship. That's how it works. Just because you find somebody that you're sexually attracted to, and all of a sudden you're having sex on a regular basis, does not mean all of your problems in life are going to go away. All right? You need to find a woman that is actually put together, a woman who is bearing fruit, a woman who has traditional feminine qualities. Like, you as a man need to be in your masculine. The woman needs to be in her feminine. You guys need to be attracted to each other. But it's up to the man to freaking not think with his dick, to be able to control his sexual desire so that the relationship does not speed run itself into a brick wall. That is how important this is. Your ability as a man to control your sexual desire will literally determine how successful you are in the rest of your relationships for the rest of your life. That is how important it is, okay? So stop thinking with your dick, because you're wasting all of this extra time throughout the day. You're fucking off. You're thinking about girls when you should be thinking about God, bro. I have to actively, throughout the day, lower my love for women. The amount of bandwidth that they take up in my brain, I have to bring it down actively, and I have to bring the bandwidth that God takes up in my mind higher up. It's something that you have to actively do every single day. You have to actively desexualize your brain. You have to actively practice thought control and not letting your fantasies run wild, all right? So please, stop thinking with your dick. That's just number one. Let's get into number two. Start doing hard shit in the morning, early in the morning. Wake up early in the morning. Stop jerking off in the morning. If you are somebody that jerks off in the morning, you are, like, no wonder you're so depressed. Like, no wonder you don't get anything done. You wake up from sleeping, which is the easiest task to do out of, like, everything that you have to do in your life. Sleeping is, like, the easiest. You wake up from that, and then you decide to bust a nut first thing in the morning. What are you doing, dude? Go take a cold shower. Go get some fasted cardio in. Get straight into work. Go pray, do a morning ritual, get yourself set up, and then start doing the hard shit as soon as possible. Don't scroll. Don't start the day that way. Guys, the modern man cannot be bothered to do hard shit because everything is so easy. And they sit around and they complain and they say, oh, I'm depressed. Oh, I'm lonely. I'm this. I'm that. I have all these problems. You're burying yourself in the problems. It's all you, man. It all comes back to you. What are you doing in the morning that is setting you up for success throughout the rest of the day? You have to sacrifice early on. You have to feel that sting that wakes you up. Restricting your calories or staying in a fasted state. You have to constantly be keeping yourself in a state of challenge. It's just like what I mentioned with the last point. When you're around a woman all the time, you tend to get relaxed. You stop doing these things. You just want to cuddle with her all day, man. Let's be real. That's the truth. I mean, we've all fallen into that trap at some point in our lives. We all just want to cuddle, bro. It's really nice. Just to hang out, watch a movie by the fire, stay indoors all day long. No, it's actually going to make you really depressed because you as a man, you were supposed to work. You were supposed to go out and do hard shit. So stop doing the stupid shit in the morning. Best thing you can do. Trust me. No instant gratification in the morning. No dopamine in the morning. Just straight work. Trust me. It will set you up for so much success. All right? Number 3 is going to be force yourself to do one physically hard thing every single day. Whether it's cardio, whether it's weightlifting. I don't care what it is, but you need to move your body. And at some point throughout the day, you need to think, holy shit, I'm not sure if I'm going to survive because this is hard. Because my body is tired. I don't know if I can continue to do this. I don't know if I can continue to push. But you do continue to push. And that's what I need you to do. That's why weight training is so beautiful. Why training to failure is so beautiful. Trust me. If you're someone that is depressed, if you're someone that has some sort of unaliving ideation, go get jacked. Please, I beg of you. Before you do it, before you end up doing it, please, go get jacked. Just try it out. And what happens is you will watch as your hard work manifests physically on your body. And all of a sudden, it's like a light bulb goes off in your head. Holy crap, I can change how I look based off of something that I do by the effort that I put in. It's almost like the rest of my life is exactly like this. The more work that I put in, I will start to see the fruits of my labor. Wow, how beautiful, how incredible. Please go do a hard thing every single day. Force yourself to do it. Number 4 is going to be incredibly important. Please go force yourself to do 3 hard social things per week. I know. Brandon, what are you doing? Why are you telling me to go be social? I want to be a lone wolf. Oh, I want to be a Sigma male. I want to go off alone and grind and get stuff done. Dude, you're not being productive with the time that you do have alone. You have plenty of time alone and you spend it doing all the wrong things. And then you complain that you're lonely. Then you complain that you're depressed. Brother, force yourself to go get into a community. God said himself, it is not good for man to be alone. Go find a brotherhood. Please, I'm telling you, this is something that you can so easily implement into your weekly schedule, and you will see massive benefits. Go force yourself to find a men's group. It's hard to go talk to new people sometimes. It's a little bit stressful. I get a little bit stressed when I do it too, man. It's a little bit stressful. Go do it. Go force yourself. Put yourself in an environment where you're like, oh, this is really uncomfortable at first, but it's going to get better. It's going to get better as you start to get to know people. Go introduce yourself to somebody new every single day. Go get to know somebody. Expand your circle. Invite some people over for dinner. Invite some people to a movie. Invite some people to go do something. Force yourself to do 3 communal activities every single week. I think that should be some sort of men's group. I think that you should be going to church, that type of stuff. But you don't have to do those things specifically. Go do 3 of those things, man. I'm telling you right now, it's going to have a massive impact. I myself, when I was in the middle of building my business, all right, I was just scratching $10,000 per month. And I was working 70 hours a week, bro, on my business. I was grinding so incredibly hard. But I noticed I just wasn't productive when I wouldn't get that communal aspect every single week. So I went out and I found a group of guys. And the pastor that was teaching this group of guys, he was so good. He was so good. And I felt called to just keep coming back to these. And I live in Bozeman, Montana. So I had to drive all the way across town at 8 o'clock at night after I finished personal training sessions at my gym. And then I would have to walk half a mile in the freezing Arctic, man. I'm talking -20, -30 degrees out. And I would walk a half a mile to get to this Bible study, just to get to a group of guys that I didn't even know most of them, just to sit there and be communal with those guys. Trust me, it is so good for you. It is so good to get out and do something. And I had to force myself every single week to go to that. I had to say, hey, this time, every single week, I'm not doing this. I'm not focusing on my business. I'm not going Sigma male mode. I am going to go be communal with this. And what did it do? It made me so much more productive because I was so much more engaged with other human beings. I would be able to come back refreshed, feeling so good. Trust me, you need that communal aspect, all right? Number 5 and 6 are really, really good, guys. So stick around for these. Number 5 is going to be stop surrounding yourself with miserable people. Oh, but Brandon, miserable people need help too. Yes. Do you know who else needs help? You. If you're watching this far in the video, that probably means that you're a miserable person to some extent. You need to guard your energy like a freaking castle, bro. You need to build boundaries. You need to set up walls. You need to keep certain people out. I know that some people have this white knight complex where they just feel like they need to go out and they need to fix as many people as possible. Some people are just miserable. And you know who I'm talking about. You can probably list off a couple of names. Inside of your head, you're like, yeah, this person is miserable and they're really dragging me down. You need to remove those people. You need to get them out of your life, man. I've had it happen so many times. Some people, you just can't save them. And sometimes when you help other people, it makes you feel really good. It's great. But spend your energy helping people that you get that energy back. There are energy vampires out there that you need to distance yourself from, all right? And this comes all the way back around to your choice of women. Guys, stop white knighting with these women who have completely screwed up their entire lives. They've gone out there and gotten pounded by every dude in the town, and you're going out trying to save that hoe. Don't do that. Don't play the fixer-upper with the woman. Go find a woman who has lived with good traditional values her entire life. Trust me, that is a woman that will give you energy back. So you're not constantly having to put all of this energy into a relationship. Guys, I've been in many, many relationships. Even though I'm a virgin, I've been in many relationships. And the ones with women that are broken, they suck the soul out of you. They suck the energy out of you. And when you find a woman that has great morals and principles, and she's on a firm foundation, and she is very feminine, that will bring you so much life. But so many men think with their dick. They go after the woman that's the hottest, the one that's probably the most broken, the one that's toxic and giving them the runaround because they get this dopamine spike from trying to fix it. They deep down like the toxicity. They're drawn to it. Oh, I'm noticing a trend. You're drawn to the toxicity. You're drawn to the things that are actually fucking you up in life, like the scrolling, like the porn. And it's the same thing with the women that you go out with. It's almost like you have a craving for your own self-destruction. You need to recenter. You need to understand what's actually valuable. You need to have goals that you're trying to achieve, and you have to understand who you need to get rid of in order to chase those goals, in order to get there. Okay, so get rid of the miserable people, guys. Get rid of the women that are sucking the life out of you or that are dragging you away from God. You need to get rid of them. Number 6, and this is the final one here, all right, is stop rage gooning to politics and current events. Yep. A lot of guys do this one. Rage gooning. What does that mean? Well, they're going on their phones and they're saying, oh, wow, look at how terrible all of these other people are on the other side of the political spectrum. These people are so dumb. These people, they're not rational. They're so stupid or they're so uneducated. I'm going to focus a ton of my energy as a man on what other crazy people are doing thousands of miles away. And I'm going to get myself riled up about it. I'm going to get myself pent up about it. I'm going to get myself angry about it. I'm going to base my entire identity off of my political stance and just base it around hating another group of people and saying, wow, all these other people are so terrible and they're ruining everything. They're ruining my life. They're ruining the country. They're ruining the world. Bro, I love living in a small town because it allows me to detach from this type of stuff. It really does. Because you as a man only have a certain amount of bandwidth, all right? And if a large chunk of that is being used to hate people that you've never met, to hate people that are across the world from you, or to worry about things that are going on across the world that you have no control over, that is the definition of insanity. You're rage gooning watching Fox News or watching CNN or watching on YouTube libtard gets owned by conservative alpha male. Stop doing this. There's like 10% of current events that you should probably know a little bit about to be educated, you know? And most of the stuff that you should be educated on probably has to do with local government stuff. But if you got asked about your local government, you probably wouldn't know anything. All you know is what's going on a federal level, a macro level, and that there are other people out there that you hate, and they're ruining the world, and you need to fix it. Dude, go get involved in your own community if you actually want to affect some change. Stop rage gooning to politics. Stop making it your identity. If you're going to make something your identity, at least have it in your religion, in your relationship with your God. Like, what are you doing making politics your idol? Stop watching the TV, dude. Turn it off. You've got other things to focus on. What you're actually doing is you're distracting yourself because you know that there's a lot of other things that you actually should be doing that are going to improve your life, like working out every day, going and getting communal with other people every single week, making sure that you're not scrolling in the morning, that you're working towards your mission, that you're working towards your purpose. Dude, you got so much shit to do. What are you doing sitting around rage gooning to libtards getting owned on YouTube? What are you doing? And at the end of the day, guys, I've done all of these things, which is why I'm calling them out. I seriously have struggled my entire life to not think with my dick. I still struggle with it. Every single day, I have to remind myself. I have to slap myself in the fucking face. I have to be like, Brandon, stop thinking about that. Stop it. I've also done things in the morning when I wake up and I roll out of bed and I just do something really stupid. I just do something really stupid to start the day off. And it sets me up for failure for the rest of the day. I also have gone through periods where I'm not working out as much as I should be, or I'm not moving my body as much as I should be. I'm just sitting in a chair all day. Now I try to force myself to move. I've been in a place where I tried to isolate myself. I didn't get the communal factor. And now I understand how important it is, which is why I try to preach it to you guys. I've been there trying to just constantly fix women. I am so attracted to toxic women. It is bad. And I realized that I had that issue. And I said, this is something I actively have to fight against. I actively have to work against this. Because I always think with my dick. I think, who's the prettiest? And usually, who's the most messed up? Because the most toxic person takes me on a roller coaster ride of emotions that really throws me off course and really messes up my life. But for some reason, I'm drawn to it. So I had to go deep and I had to fix that core issue. And I had to look at it, I had to stare it dead in the face and say, hey, we're going to operate differently now. We're going to go find some wholesome women. We're going to find some innocent, wholesome women. And we're going to communicate with them instead. We're cutting out all the hoes, man. I also have gone through a phase where I identified with politics so heavily. It felt like it was a part of who I was. I had to scratch it out. I had to cut it out. I was watching every Joe Rogan podcast, so much information in my head, and I'm thinking about all of these different things instead of thinking about what am I going to do with my life? How can I affect change in my circles? How can I help the people that are actually around me? That's what I want you guys to do. Go inward more. Focus on yourself, not in a selfish way, but in a way that is going to benefit the people around you that actually matter to you and yourself. You know, we weren't designed to take the burden of the deaths of millions of people all across the world onto ourselves. Like, we weren't supposed to do that. That's going to ruin your day. Actively festering hate in your heart towards somebody else who has differing opinions than you, it's going to ruin your day. You need to guard your energy. You need to guard your mind. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to drop a like down below if you did. Drop a singular thumbs up in the comment section if you watched all the way through to the end of this video. Because if you did, you've got an attention span of steel, my friend. And I want to give you props for that. We'll see you guys all in the next one.